29 total seasons, Fortnite has seen its fair share of high and lows. Yet one season is always brought up for the title of the worst Fortnite season of all time, with Chapter 2 Season 6. So join me today as we take a deep dive into Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 6 and determine if it's truly the worst Fortnite season of all time. Now before we get started with this video, YouTube is telling me that only 8% of you are subscribed, so make sure you click that subscribe button so you never miss out on another upload from the channel. First and foremost, let's recap the Battle Pass for Chapter 2 Season 6, which many players regard as the highlight of the season. Starting off at Tier 1, we have a great skin with Agent Jonesy, boasting a solid base design as well as an array of impressive edit styles. Following suit at Tier 15 is the iconic Lara Croft, sporting nostalgic edit styles reminiscent of her look in the original Tomb Raider games. Then we have Tirana at Tier 29, followed by Raz at Tier 50, Cluck at Tier 61, Raven at Tier 77, and finally Spire Assassin at Tier 100. Now while Agent Jonesy and Lara Croft are the best skins in the Battle Pass, I have the opinion that overall, the pass is extremely underwhelming. Cluck is a fine skin to have as a meme skin, Raz is one of my least favorite skins in the entire game, and Spire Assassin is definitely one of the worst Tier 100 skins that we've ever had. So with all that said, I'd give the Chapter 2 Season 6 Battle Pass a 6 out of 10. Next up, let's take a look at the Season 6 map, which in my opinion is the best part of the season. Following the Zero Crisis finale event that marked the inception of Season 6, the Foundation built a structure to contain the Zero Point, which was known as the Spire. In the wake of this event, the Zero Point emitted a pulse that traveled all around the island, which ended up giving us the brand new Primal Biome. With the addition of this brand new biome, we had various locations on the map that underwent some transformations. Salty Towers became Bony Burbs, Colossal Coliseum was replaced by Colossal Crops, and Hunter's Haven was substituted with a Primal Pond. Additionally, we had 6 towers that emerged across the island. We had Guardian of the Bay near Sweaty Sands, Guardian of the Lake that was near Misty Meadows, Guardians of the Field near the Orchard, Guardians of the Woods and Weeping Woods, and Guardian of the Sea that was near Pleasant Park. So in summary, the introduction of the brand new biome and the map changes in Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 6 left a very positive impression on me, resulting in me giving the Chapter 2 Season 6 map a solid 8 out of 10. Next up, let's talk about the loot pool, which was by far the biggest critique of the season by the player base, including myself. This season introduced some brand new primal weapons, including the Primal Rifle, the Primal Shotgun, the Primal SMG, the Primal Pistol, and bows, as well as the addition of some makeshift weapons. However though, these additions to the loot pool failed to resonate with a significant portion of the player base, drawing criticism from many prominent figures in the Fortnite community, including Laserbeam, who argued that these weapons detracted from the core Fortnite experience. In addition to the new weapons that we had, Season 6 loot pool had 3 items that the majority of the player base didn't like. First of these was the Recycler, designed to draw in environmental structures and provide resources in return. While it sounded promising in theory, in practice it proved to be lackluster. Its slow ammo production and limited 3-shot capacity made the item pretty useless to the majority of the player base, including myself. However though, we had an item that was more divisive than the Recycler with the brand new Spire Boots, requiring you to eliminate one of the 6 Spire Guardians to obtain the orb. You then had to navigate across the map to reach the center to deposit the orb, while you're extremely vulnerable to enemy players as you weren't able to commit any actions while you're carrying the orb. Now despite the effort for the item, the boots were extremely disappointing. The clunky feel of the item as well as the animations left much to be desired. And the last hated weapon that we had throughout the season wasn't hated because it was bad. In fact, it was hated because of how broken it was, and of course you guessed it, we're talking about the mythic Primal Shotgun. The weapon had a fast fire rate and packed some insane damage behind it. And while later in the season, Epic did slow down the fire rate as well as decrease body shot damage, the changes weren't significant enough to change its reputation within the player base. So in conclusion, the loot pool for Chapter 2 Season 6 left much to be desired for both myself and many players, resulting in me giving the loot pool a rating of 6 out of 10. Let's dive into some features that were specific to Season 6 that I wasn't very fond of. First up, we have the most controversial aspect of Season 6 with crafting. And I will admit, while the idea behind crafting was neat, its execution fell short for me in the end. The weapons that we upgraded to should have felt more unique, and not weapons that we were used to in past seasons that were available in chests as well as floor loot. A good example of how crafting should have been lied in the side grading system. With this system, you were able to visit upgrade stations where you could enhance your weapon using materials that you obtained throughout the match. For example, converting a base Scar assault rifle into a heavy assault rifle added a sense of satisfaction that the crafting process process could have used, as you actually felt that you were getting something special for your efforts and not a weapon that you've been able to use before. Another issue that I had with Chapter 2 Season 6 was the addition of wildlife. On the island we had raptors, boars, and wolves, and boy were they all extremely annoying. At first they were fun to tame, but besides that they served no purpose other than coming out of nowhere and dealing damage to you at the most inconvenient time. So in conclusion, Chapter 2 Season 6 had a lot of potential as a concept, but Epic Games unfortunately dropped the ball. And while I wouldn't go as far as to label it the worst season of all time, I'm looking at you, Chapter 3 Season 3. It still is certainly one of the worst seasons that we've ever had. Therefore, I'd give Chapter 2 Season 6 a 6.5 out of 10. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, but as always guys, take care and stay twisty.